Welcome back to the Life of a Fit Pro podcast. I am Andrea Anderson, your favorite Fit Pro. Or if I'm not, why not? I'm just kidding. Am I? I'm not sure. All right, we are I don't even know the number of the episode, but we are on the fourth part of the four-part series, so final part of this special spring cleaning series. This has been so fun to create, think about, share, and go through all of the things. I've really enjoyed the spring cleaning series this year. I have done a spring cleaning series many times over the past 20 years, and this one just felt really good. So let's dive in. So this week is spring cleaning your fitness. Okay, I have a hot take. I think that spring feels more representative of a new year than January 1st. Meaning, spring has this like renewal energy. The energy is just so like everything is coming alive. You can breathe a little deeper. Where we live, where I live, the air is not as cold. Like it just feels like such a good time of year. There's this change in energy. And I think it's a great time to assess your goals for physical movement, your wellness goals, your fitness, all of those things. And I will say, I probably get more people coming to classes in like April than I do January. For this reason, I think people look outside and they go, "Oh, it's beautiful outside. Wait, I wanted to move my body more. Let's do it." Whereas, like, at least where we are, the winter's so cold and dreary in January and February. And honestly, the people who do move their bodies in January and February are my lifelong fitness friends, right? They're not looking for a quick fix. You're not trying to just 6 weeks in try to figure something out, prep for a particular event. You're in it for the long haul. So the energy in classes is also different. I feel like any class that I teach, the energy is so different with the people who come consistently year round versus the ones who come just for a season. You're all welcome. Everyone is welcome to come. I love that you come at all. I love that you make fitness a priority at any point in your life in your year. I'm just noticing that the energy is just a little different around this time of year. And I welcome it. This is the time of year where we really see new faces in class. And I hope that you continue. Some of my favorite fitness clients over the years started in a March or an April time period and stuck with it. So I love that. I'm here for it. And I hope that this is the time that you find the community that you're looking for. Okay, so what do I mean when I'm talking about spring cleaning your fitness? I have two kind of similar thoughts when it comes to this. And I wrote a whole blog post about this. If you want, you can reference that on the Secret Life of a Fit Pro, and I'll be looking at it myself because honestly, it was great to have notes for this. Okay, so I put together 5 questions that you can ask yourself when you're thinking about assessing your fitness and your wellness. And when I'm talking about this, I'm really primarily talking about the physical side of things. Wellness encompasses mental, emotional, physical, all the things. For the most part, I'm a practitioner in the physical space. That is not to discount the other pieces, it's just not my expertise. And I learned early on you don't have to be an expert at everything to be part of the wellness world. Physical comes into it too. It's good to know little pieces and to know who to refer people to. That changes the game when you're trying to build your community and really help people holistically, but also knowing what your boundaries are and your limits. Because when I first got started and people would come to me and say, "Oh, I just had XYZ surgery. What should I do for that?" And I would try to like come up with something. Ugh, ew, cringe. No, 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 no. Talk to your doctor. You have people in your life who are much better at talking about this and discerning what it is you need to be doing. So, love that. Okay. So, questions to consider when assessing your routine, your physical movement routine. All right, number 1, does my current routine match my goals? Do you have a goal? If your goal is I'll use like myself as an example. My goal at the beginning of this year was to increase my mobility because I'm getting closer to 40, things are getting a little creaky, and I want to make sure I can still move the way that I want to move. So I created my fitness plan with the mobility and range of motion in mind. So think about your goal and look, like your goal is going to change. 10 years ago, my goal was to keep running half marathons. That is not my goal today at all. Your goals will change over time because you change and your priorities change over time. So just think about, does your current routine match your goals? Are you still trying to prepare for that half marathon when mobility is actually your goal? Because those are two very different workout plans. Number 2, do I need to set new goals or change my goals? The answer is probably yes. The answer is probably yes. Number 3, this one is so important. Does this routine still bring me joy? The best workout, the best physical workout that you can do is the one that you will do. When people ask, oh my gosh, of all the classes that you teach, which one is like the best for physical movement? So my answer is the one that you'll actually show up to, because I could tell you, I love all the modalities I teach, for real, for real. I do rank them in my head. We won't go through that today. But I will say at this moment, the one that brings me the most joy, well, gosh, that's hard. They all bring me joy in a different way. But if we were talking about a class that I love to create for, I love to do, high fitness is probably up there. I am a cardio girly at heart. I do strength because it allows me to do the cardio, right? I wanted to have better mobility, better movement, better range for that high fitness class. So I started incorporating more strength training, and that has really made all the difference. But yeah, that's really big. Does this routine still bring me joy? Discipline is important to keep yourself going. So I want you to really be honest about that question, right? The bring you joy. Now, if it's something that's like mobility or flexibility, sometimes those things are hard and they might not bring you joy like all the time, but the future goal or with that end point in mind, if that still brings you joy, you still have to do the movements to get there. So I will say that with a caveat. Number 4, do I feel challenged by this routine? I cannot tell you how many times I've gone into a gym and seen people that I know go a lot still pick up the 5-pound weights. Like, is this thing on? Progressive overload is your friend. You're either doing more reps or you're doing heavier weights. If it's not, if you're, and my clients know, if you're listening to this and you're one of my clients, you know that if I see you slinging a weight around, I am coming at you with something heavier because clearly that is too easy for you. Now, do you have to do something that is challenging all the time? No, I walk. Walking isn't challenging for me, but I like it. And I like to add it to my routine. It doesn't challenge me at all. I can walk a lot, but it brings me joy. So I like to do it. So there's that. So it's not like I'm only doing walking and, that doesn't challenge me anymore. I add in different things that challenge me, but it's not like every time you're doing movement that you have to be challenged. Very important distinction. Okay, and number 5, do I look forward to the next workout? Again, caveat, right? Like it depends on what your goal is. But I will say, and I'm going to talk about the second part of this. I've been chasing the high of the first strength grouping I put together at the beginning of this year because I wanted to change it because I wanted to keep being challenged and getting better. And I haven't been able to replicate that feeling until like last week. I think I've got the formula. I think I figured it out. But I wasn't like looking forward to my lifts. And I was like, ooh, what's that about? What do we need to change to make sure I'm looking forward to it? So make sure you're looking forward to it because, again, the best workout is the one you will do. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. Okay, so discipline over everything, motivation is a fickle little girly. So there's that. I also wrote about if you are starting or rekindling your fitness routine, like if you don't currently have one and you're in this season of life where you're like, ooh, I should do that. Or I want to do, no, I should. No. I want to do that. I want to do that. I'm curious how I should do it. All right, here are some tips if you are just getting started with your fitness routine or you are trying to rekindle a different fitness routine. Take it outside. This time of year can be so beautiful. Taking in the sunshine, the fresh air will literally soothe your soul. See if you can take it outside. That's why my boot camp pops off, and I think it's because we do it outside. There's nothing better. Ooh, this is a good one. If you're really trying to get something started, I'm not saying this will work for everybody, but maybe register for something. Register for a 5K to walk. Register for some kind of upcoming fitness event. Something that has a date, right? It's tangible. You have a deadline. You have to train for it. Something that you have to train for. Sometimes that will kickstart the fitness routine and get you pushing into high gear. Another one is to find ways to make your fitness thing work in your current schedule, right? Be realistic about the time that you have, because there is no perfect scenario in which everything is just going to magically clear off your calendar and you'll all of a sudden have time to add physical movement. No, no, no. You got to fit physical movement into whatever you're going through right now. So maybe that looks like 5 minutes. Maybe that looks like 30 minutes at lunchtime because you have a lunch break. Maybe that looks like the 30 minutes right after work and you leave a little late. Maybe you go into work a little early and work out for 30 minutes, whatever the situation might be. But let's be realistic and make sure that it fits into your current routine, because the likelihood of you changing your entire schedule, changing your entire life for a fitness routine that you haven't even started is slim to none. Now, I will say, once you are in it, I've had people change their work schedules to show up to a class that's on a particular day. Like, y'all be the real heroes. Y'all be the real heroes. That's when you know you're in it, and that is your life now. That's your life now. Okay, another tip is to invest in new gear, right? Like a nice little fit, a new pair of shoes, a new pair of socks, a cute headband. Doesn't have to be expensive, right? Just something that makes you feel like, I'm so legit and I'm going to go work out. Like, this is so exciting. I swear that gets me going every time. Like, I gotta buy a new fit. Not right now, though. Not for me. Not at the moment. Okay. Try a new class, try something new, be a beginner at something, and just see where it takes you. Be curious about it. And the last one is take a lesson or a personalized session. I love doing a one-on-one with somebody who's new. Group is like my best friend. I love group fitness. I think you can learn so much about yourself. You do get a little bit of a personalized approach in a group fitness class, but you get to learn from other people, which I think is just as valuable. Like, building that community is just as valuable. But if you're really like, if you go, let's say you try a class and you're like, how do I do these movements on my particular body? Because please remember, in a group class, it's not just about you. The instructor, we cater to the middle 50% of the group, right? We will notice things and share variations. Like, that's our job, to notice and to do those things. But we cannot on the spot craft a personalized movement plan for you, especially if you were 5 minutes late to class. You know who you are. It's not what we can do in a group class, but you can, for the most part, unless your instructor is only a group instructor, but you could schedule a personalized session where you can learn some of the movements, see how they feel on your body, notice if there are different variations so that you feel really empowered to move your body in the way that works best for you. There's that. I did not add, but find a buddy, right? Have a plan, find a buddy, build a community. There's nothing quite like having people that look forward to seeing you in your fitness journey. So, especially if you don't have that, like, in your immediate family or your immediate home, you don't have somebody that's willing to work out with you. There are people out there who would love to walk with you or work out with you. They exist. I promise, they're out there. Okay. The other piece of this, and I really feel like I should do like a separate deep dive, but it got me thinking, because I was thinking about spring cleaning the fitness routine and how it related to, for example, my strength routine, that I was trying to replicate the good feeling I had at the beginning, my first 6 weeks that I ran through a set that was so good. It made me feel so good. And I haven't been able to like replicate it since then, but I think I found it. So how do you know when to change your fitness routine? And I'm particularly talking about strength, right? So if you have the goal of getting stronger, you have to change your routine. Not all the time, like every 6 to 8 weeks. And by change, I mean Maybe you're focusing on a different muscle group. Maybe you are adding different number of reps. Maybe you are adding increased weight. And again, depending on what your goal is, but if your goal is to get stronger, build muscle, you got to change it up a little bit. So I will tweak it just a teeny bit, especially if I'm still seeing good results. But if I stop getting good results, you have to change it up. Okay, so how do you know when to change? I have 5 things. You know it's time to change when you can move through every single rep with ease. Like usually the last couple, it's a struggle. Like I'm struggling to get that weight up or I'm struggling to push down and rise back up. If it's a struggle, it's still challenging you. Keep going with what you've got. If you're doing it like with a lot of ease, it's time to add on. It's time to add on. Another way you know when it's time to change your fitness routine is you don't feel energized by it, right? Moving your body is energy. It's pulling energy from the world and bringing it into your current space. And if you're not feeling energized by it, it's not working. You need to change it up. It's time to change your fitness routine if you feel uninspired by it. If you're like, I gotta go through the motions of doing the thing again. It's time to try something different. It's time to change if you are bored of the movements or you stop feeling challenged by the movements. And it's time to change your fitness routine if you want to. Like, go for it. Go for it if you want to change it. So I have been going through, let's see, I've been doing 3 rounds and I recently added on, so I do a half a mile warm up walk and a half a mile cool down walk. I started doing a half mile cool down run because I'm training for a 5K. If you want to join us, we're doing our Blueberry Boogie in June. So I added more running into the routine because I know I can walk a 5K, but I want to make sure I can run the 5K. Haven't done that in a minute. And I changed from, at first I was doing 10 reps and I changed to 8. And then that like didn't feel like enough. So now I'm doing a mixture of 10 and 8 depending on the movement. I had taken push-ups out of the routine and I really missed them. So I brought push-ups back into the routine and I'm loving that. I like to have a squat, lunge, hinge, push, pull. In my lunges, I had changed up to a static lunge, which I still love. But I really liked the walking lunge because I felt like I was getting more out of that. So I brought the walking lunges back in and I added rows to do some back work because I was feeling like I was definitely doing a lot with the front, but I was neglecting the back. So a lot of this is just, I know obviously I'm a trained professional, so I know what I'm missing, but a lot of this is trial and error and being curious, like, how does that feel? Can I try it? See how many reps I can get out of this. That's how you know it's time to level up on the weight, the amount as well. Like if you are struggling to get the last couple of reps up, that's a good weight. You want to stick with that. If you're slinging it around, like it's too late. If you are using the full force of your body to pull something up in like a bicep curl, it's too heavy. Lower it down. And don't be afraid. And I tell this to my boot camp clients all the time, and they did it this morning. Don't be afraid to drop the weight and just focus on the form. Like get the movement right and then add the weight back in. You can always add on, but you risk injury if you're trying to go backwards, if you do too heavy too fast, right? So if you want, just do body weight. Do body weight. Body weight is strength as well. And you'll start to build your better form that you can add on to. I love body weight. Some of the stuff that I do in my routine that I do 2-3 times a week is body weight. I love it. I feel like it makes me feel so good. And my goals are mobility and flexibility. So body weight really caters toward those. It just depends on what your goals are. And if you're sitting there thinking, I don't know what my goals are, and you want to have a chat about that, hit me up. Let's go. I would love to start doing more personal training when it comes to goals like that. I also, in my fantasy world, would love to be a traveling personal trainer and come to you to do classes instead of going to a corporate job every day because it's not what I want to do with my life. I'd rather be hanging out with you and helping you build your squat form or whatever it might be. So if you are local to me and you are thinking, man, you know what? I really want to do some personal training. Let's go. I'm starting to build a little bit of a business plan around it, and I'd love to talk with you about it. So there's that. All right, my friends, that is the last of our spring cleaning series. So go check out the series. It's 4 parts. This is part number 4. And check out the blog for an update on how I'm doing with all of those things. And I would love to hear an update from you as well. That's it. Why are you still here? It's over. Okay. Bye then.